Lakota Fund is always something I was kind of interested in. I didn't really know what exactly the program did. I wanted a way to find some way to get some money to kind of finish my home, because my home is like not complete yet. And the reason for that is I'm doing it on my own.
Right.
We did start out with we had saved up like $15,000, but then that didn't really get us too far. So we were able to get a lot of the material in the home is material that we bought from different programs, like that self-help program had rafters that they had left over and we bought. But the Lakota Fund, with that IDA program, I was able to get $5,800 after saving the max amount, which was on my part was $1,800. But I kind of jumped in there late, but then they let me still save the amount of money, because it was something I wanted to do, and all I did was participate in the programs. What was required of you to go to the monthly meetings and
right. But the monthly meetings aren't they geared specifically to what you plan on using your savings for?
Yes.
Right.
And it for me it was to continue in finishing my home.
Yeah.
And so that's what I used my money for, but there was other people there that used it for a business, and there was also others who used it for their educational goals.
Right.
Which is something that is good, because people don't really have the money to continue on with their education.
Yeah, and it's expensive.
Yeah, it is, because they'll take you up to a certain degree, your bachelor's, and but after that, you're kind of basically on your own. So that money really does come in handy for those that want to continue on with their education. And that was good, for those younger people, and even myself. The class, and I tell them that during the class, that I wished I had taken that class before I actually started building my own home, because the process of, in my case, of building my own home, it's a long process where it's geared ideally just for individuals here on the reservation who have to go through this whole process of getting the lease, or and it's such sometimes it gets pretty frustrating, and so you have to wait, and they tell you exactly how it should be done, or they bring in people who've gone through it, like myself, and but they also tell you about mortgages and financial institutions that are going to be offering the mortgages, and the percentage rate of the interest, and all this stuff that really didn't apply to me, but it was good to know, because maybe someday I may want to utilize my veterans loan and go through that process, but I don't know yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but it's good information, especially for younger people who are trying to get their own home, and so it's really good.
It's such a
The reason why I came about this business was because we have a lot of timber here, a lot of natural resources, one of them being timber. But it's not really being utilized for whatever reasons, I'm not sure, but if a person, what my idea was, if a person had a sawmill, was able to cut their own lumber, they could use it for a variety of things. And in my mind, I think that if you were to use the lumber here, you could even build a home. Rough lumber is what's going to be the end product of what I'm going to be doing here, and so I'm going to utilize it personally, and I'm going to also offer it to the public for sale. But this is something that I know I'm not going to get rich on, but it's something that I wanted to do, and as long as I can offer maybe 1 or 2 jobs to an individual, I think I'll be making some kind of a difference out here, because everybody's aware of how utilized, has been for many years.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of, I'm hoping to maybe give someone the opportunity to work. And I do have one individual who has been working pretty close with me because he actually ran a sawmill, something similar to the one that we're going to be operating, and so it's
So
good
you'll
to have
offer
one.
rough lumber and you could use it to like side your house. That's what you used on your house, right? That's what you're going to use to side this building as well?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to be using it for, the rough lumber for that purpose. But what's on my house isn't rough lumber. That's just regular milled lumber, and
Okay.
it's. But yeah, if I had, that was the plan in the beginning, was to use rough lumber on my home. But then the guy that I was going to have mill it for me, he never did produce it. So
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't think I would have been able to get a loan anywhere else. They really worked good with me, and well, I should say you did, you and Tony.
It takes a lot of people there.
Yeah.
And just, it's perfect. It fits in perfectly with our mission too.